spend at least $150,000 in money to cover them, despite what
Welcome to Minecraft
the judgment debt I filed
Waterworld.
bankruptcy.
Yeah, we're spending
The
100
entity
days underwater.
and it's the
Now go quickly go up to the...
Actually,
what am I doing? Okay, well we're just immediately gonna die because we did it wrong. Ow! So yeah, as you can see, problem. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video until we can finally do something. Well, we now have a little hole. So now what we're going to do is we gotta do some mining. Hey, everyone knows, don't get straight down unless you're in Waterworld. You need a lot of dirt, so I guess just enough with that. Until we have enough money. Well, I now have almost 2 stacks of dirt and 7 gravel. So what we're doing now is just we're gonna try and get back out.
All of my other personal debts are completely discharged in 3 years, along with my entire debt to Billy. Effectively, Billy rejecting my offer cost him $150,000 and saved my family $200,000, which just shows how good faith and generous my offer really was. On the topic of generous offers, I was the only party to ever make a formal assessment offer to the lawsuit. On the 23rd of May 2022, I offered to settle the lawsuit with the following terms. I pay Billy $3,000. I never repeat the statements he has involved with, and we both walk away. Now, you might look at this offer and think that $3,000 is not a lot of money. But again, considering that Billy's best case scenario, if he kept suing me, was to lose $500,000, this offer was extremely generous. And if the lawsuit wasn't about money, what was it about? When Billy sued me, I had already removed that section of the video months prior. I had already made a retraction. If Billy wanted a better retraction or a better apology, he could have made his own settlement offer requesting it. I am certain that I would have gladly made a separate video with a better retraction and apology to prevent further litigation.
The gravel is no!
The only thing Billy ever asked for was money, a thing that he was never, ever going to get.
Alright, I'm gonna pause until I get back to the top. Bro, I drowned!
$250,000 USD. That is around 2.5 times the amount of money he is getting from me. At least my equity will be able to cover the deposit. That's something, I guess. Personally, I don't think spending $700,000 suing me just to get $150,000 back was a smart way to get enough money to buy a new motorhome.
Oh snap, there's a chest!
I don't know if Billy tweeted this because he wants to
Holy!
He genuinely believed he was going to get his money back.
The one.
I'm inclined to think it might actually be the second, because a few days
later,
Billy tweeted this. This tweet is fascinating for multiple reasons, and despite being only 2 sentences long, it tells us so much about how ignorant Billy is. Clearly, Billy is upset with how things are going. So upset that he wants to go crying back to the court. This tells me that Billy really does care about the money he thought he was going to get, though I'm not sure why he is so upset now. Things are going
okay.
Told him things would go over 2 months ago.
And there's the gravel.
Bankrupt. Maybe Billy's lawyer didn't properly inform him of what bankruptcy means. Billy claims I've engaged in serious illegal activity before and during the bankruptcy process. And I'm very curious to know what he is referring to. Remember,
We're good.
on Reddit and YouTube are claiming I was a criminal because my wife purchased my share of the house. So maybe Billy has been believing too many Reddit comments or watching too many LUS videos. In any case, it's evident from this tweet that Billy still hasn't even bothered to
Well, it's about to be the
learn
first
bankruptcy
night.
entails, because the
I'm gonna
notion that
pause
he
it
could take
here
me back to court
because
is a hilarious
I need
one.
to
One of the main
make
benefits
structure.
of going back up
Gamers,
is to kill myself
we've
on
reached the surface. Let's go. We've reached the surface on Waterworld.
Billy has got to be one of the
That's
dumbest people alive. When Billy sued me, I had basically nothing. My net worth was essentially zero.
So okay,
The amount of
I'll
equity
do some debt now. Oh wait, no, wait. Okay.
Negotiate himself what's bankruptcy, and now
So I'm
he
gonna get a crown.
a moron. And I think I know why Billy is especially upset. And it's because the truth is that Billy Mitchell is not a rich man. As part of my due diligence, I conducted a search of all of Billy's assets, just like Billy should have done before he sued me. This is so I knew what he owned in the event I won the lawsuit and he owed me money. And what I found interesting is that when I conducted a search on Billy's house, I found out that it wasn't in his name. It was completely in the name of his wife. Naturally, the first thought I had was that maybe Billy had moved this asset out of his name in preparation for losing the lawsuit. So I found the property deed of transfer, which showed in the year 2000 the property had been transferred solely into Billy's wife's name from a third party when she bought it. Except it wasn't bought by Billy's wife, or at least she wasn't his wife at the time. She didn't carry Billy's name, and the deed said she was a single woman. This didn't make sense to me, because Billy claims he has been married since 1996. And you've been married for a long time. You've been married since 1996. 96. Congratulations. Thank you very much. I've already had 2 divorces. Marriage is a wonderful, difficult thing. Well, you've achieved something I haven't achieved. Look at that. All right. And Billy would tell stories about how he's been married since the 90s. I will not know. Since 1999, my son was a year and a half old, and my daughter was 2 years old.
Okay, unfortunately we've missed our chance because it's now going to be daytime. But this means that next night, we should have much fun. But now, so what I'm gonna do is wait. I'm gonna pause the recording until we can get enough zombies. I also just remembered now that we have wood, we can go over here and we can
campaign on the premise that he urgently needs.
We can make a crafting table. This is really helpful because what it means.
The fact that you generally 6 months after the last correspondence, and also after your financial support ran out from Notch, and you suddenly felt the need to crowdfund for a potential second lawsuit.
Now what we can do is we have stone pick, so
was not coming, or at the very least, you were unsure if
possibly.
it ever was. Billy seems to be claiming that I knew Billy was never going to file any further lawsuits after his original complaint, and that it was all just a scheme to raise money under false pretenses.
Okay, the problem is it's in an ocean. That's something we know. Which means the only way we can get
con artist. If you have no context or any knowledge on the topic he's discussing, it's easy to believe what he says. But when you break the things
no, it's not spiders.
Okay. And examine
We'll just hope
in
that's
great detail, you will always find that he's
think that making us until we can get a bow, this is the axe on. Jesus! Axe of 7 attack damage. I think I'm gonna buff the axes. Last time I checked, diamond axe at 9, and the stone axe did that much.
The current lawsuit did not resolve.
Right, so we got a little like setup here to AFK. If this is just so we don't get killed by phantoms on because we don't know best. Okay, guys, I think I'm going to restart the world because I turned off structures. I think that might have caused like no mob structures because I haven't even seen a single ground so far. So we're gonna end episode 1 here, and if you know what's wrong, please comment and please subscribe. Bye. Bye.